Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Konversation with me, Rick,
and me, Naeem,
and our very good friend,
our new brother.
We can't call him Grandmaster. He's already told us he'd beat the shit out of us.
No.
We have to call him Braddah Jason
Groff.
Yeah. Ooh, I got the name right. Look at that.
Yeah, and that's all we know.
That's all we know about this guy. We were actually referred to him, or somebody referred your name to us.
Right,
our good friend and major supporter, Dennis Duarte.
Wait, we're saying nice things about him now?
Well, just for a second, then we can say that jackass.
That rat bastard.
That rat bastard guy. Yeah. You remember?
Yeah, the one that started.
He says nothing but good things about you. Oh, why is that?
Yeah. How much did you pay him?
Yeah, I was going to say, what, do you want a blank check?
We got you, Dennis. We know now. So, folks, if you haven't noticed, we were kind of trying to talk pigeon, but we're in an island setting.
We are in an island setting.
What island are we on, sir? Oh, Wahoo. Yes, your funds are going to help do these kind of trips, so don't forget to donate.
Yeah, definitely. We will put the information in the description. Go ahead and add and send whatever money you can. Anything helps. Everything helps.
This trip is not cheap. We went and bought food.
Oh, God.
$54 for a meal. Holy crap.
Next time we'll just have the guest bring.
Oh, we got trinkets.
We did.
This is the man.
No, he said warriors get these. I don't know if we consider ourselves warriors, but damn it felt good to be called one.
Yeah,
so
the first time
appreciate
ever.
That. Yeah.
So, let me ask the first question that we got to ask. You have a school out here?
Yes.
Tell the audience about it. Let's plug the hell out.
Oh, yeah.
I do have a school as well as being the poster boy, or the guy they blame, for the successorship of Frank Ordonez. One of the founders. So when he passed, he left it to me. So we have an international organization called the Ordonez Campbell Ohana family.
Now, how international is that?
We have people in South America, in Europe. So we're still there.
And is that something you have to visit all the time to make sure everybody's more like that?
We do that. So part of the membership is just honoring the legacy of Uncle Frank. There's no requirement of any particular curriculum, style, lineage, but we all came from different. Yeah, Uncle Frank being uncle, he kind of adopted us. We were all black sheep, where we were either estranged or orphaned or abandoned by the instructor, and that's how we started.
Damn, wow. Did you hit the triple? Were you all three?
Abandoned? All three? Wow.
Get shot up and shot down.
Sir, the floor is yours.
All right. So yeah, that's what we attempt to do is we're home, we're wayward.
Where did you first start your martial arts then?
Right here. It wasn't such a Kimbo.
It wasn't like
we just never grew out of it,
How long have you been playing?
69.
69. That makes you 34?
Yeah.
40
man.
40 man. I don't want to offend you. I'm smart. He's the ookie.
Wait. Oh shit! I talked out of turn already. No. So how old were you back then? I'm not trying to do the math. I just want to know.
It was, we call it Hanabata days.
Hanabata.
Yeah, Hanabata is that fluid that flows out of your nose.
We call those mocosos.
The mocosos, yeah, mocos.
Yeah. It's not nose.
Clueless.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the one.
So that young, huh?
Yeah.
Now, did you do that because you were in a bad neighborhood? Because we have a lot of martial artists that we talk to. Oh, I needed to learn how to fight because of the areas that where it's at. And now here, if you're not a real local boy.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. Everybody and their brother does, uncle does something.
Right.
So it's just part of the upbringing, really, to be involved in some kind of martial art.
Do you follow tradition to the T of Uncle Frank?
The tradition is kind of no tradition. He would say, if it's any good, put it in. And as you know, Kaji Kimbo was a blend of 5 different systems. And their idea was, they were, young guys in their 20s, and in the military post World War II.
Right, yeah.
So there was martial law here, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of military folks walking around in their fights.
Drinking,
So,
yeah.
The other thing is Japan just came in here and bombed the fuck out of this place.
Right.
So they didn't want to follow the Japanese hierarchy as far as tradition and style and all that. So they wanted a street effective system. And then, but the roots are traditional. And then being military and then street oriented. That's what they wanted.
That's a nice point.
Yeah, that's where it was. It's still a growing, breathing art. And, it's not dead set, cookie cutter, anything.
Well, and you said something interesting because, I mean, we talked to a lot of kaiju people, you know, and one of the things that I'm always hearing is that because of the way the family is Ohana, every kaiju people that we talk to, it's always about Ohana. And as you said, that's family, right? Is there a lot of bickering within the family? Because we've heard
different lineages.
Yeah, the different lineages as to who, this and that.
That's a human nature thing, and
I think so,
I
yeah.
think it goes on in every organization. Yeah, but it's like, okay, you know, just squabble as a family, but then, you know, a family, even Filipino, when they live together, you know, or a party, somebody in the Latino family gonna get stabbed just because they're all together, you know.
That's why I don't go to
There's
his
a lot
house
of
parties.
Latino blood here in Hawaii too.
I don't go to his house parties.
Nope. No, he stays away. But he loves the food. He loves the food.
I like his mom's tamales. So that's why I go. You know, they goose.
Actually, she might start selling it.
Oh, good. I mean,
So as far as the bladed portion, we have a lot of nice culture in the system. As you know, Joe Emperado, one of the founding brothers, got stabbed in a bar fight.
yeah, that was in the book.
So yeah, the black robe.
Yeah.
That's David Tabar, the black robe. Yeah, he really did the homework on.
You like how I did that?
Yeah, he did the homework on doing, because there's a lot of like campfire stories passed on that got embellished and basically just bullshit. So it just.
All right, let's talk about the bullshit. These sound like the exciting stories.
It's like if you say something to me, I say it, by the time it gets down there, it's
telephone
different
like
animals.
Killed 100 people with one knife.
And there I was, knee-deep in hanger knee pins. Only guy left. You know, there's a lot of that, you know. And,
I have to know then.
Yeah, me too.
Let me hear one of your bullshit stories.
Or let me ask a more specific question. Which one of the stories do you think gets the most embellished as it gets told around the family?
Oh, it sounds like there's a
I
lot.
don't like to speak negative.
It's okay, we won't push it.
But no,
only
getting back
the
to
two of us.
Yeah, nobody else.
Nobody's here.
But the system, right? So if you look at most of the curriculum, you know, there's stick and knife defense techniques, but not really offense. So, but the way we train it is, the more you know how to fight with the weapon, the better you know how to defend against it.
Right.
So we do a lot of stick and knife work. And the other thing is, well, two of the founders were Filipino,
Right.
and most of the first generation guys were all Filipino, and so
Tony Ramos.
it was infused in the system. Even Uncle Frank, you know, in those days, like what they would do is get together in the park and everybody would play. The screamo means like a scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Or they play what they call posse pass, which is like a hacky sack.
Right.
You know, but that's what they did in those days. So their father all were escrimadores, you know, to some point. So the Kempo, Kaji Kempo was the latest thing, and so a lot of those folks just kind of transitioned into it. So it was infused into the training.
Was that predominantly using a lot of bark when they were getting these dogs? And you guys would just say, okay, everybody.
Well, they field tested the techniques. And, you know, the first 2 years, we call it the Black Belt Society, where the 5 guys got together.
That's right.
And then to actually get your black belt, you'd have to go out in Chinatown. But the field testing was done in the bars, the pool halls, the back alley, you know. And
So, how was that done? The 5 guys get together. All right, short turn. Go.
a lot of it was like.
He
as
said
far
your
as-
mom wears combat boots. I can just see that.
Yeah,
Like,
just
what?
somebody instigates it. Go.
It's funny you mention that. So in those days, they didn't have a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, and so, but they wanted training use. So they would roll, and anti-DG was the bait. So these sailors would come down the alley thinking they're going to get some action. They conk them, take their, lose these white gi pants. They were hard to come by. So they send the sailor back to the ship in his, in his pantalon, in his BVDs, skivvies, and he's got to report. But that's how they obtained their training.
They honeypotted people? Oh my God. That's the first I hear about that.
True story.
Wow. You heard it here first, folks.
I wonder how long we got like 12 new students. Hey,
Auntie, we need 12 to. We need 12 to.
So, and Uncle Frank was a pool shark. So, he'd go down there and hustle these guys.
For their pants?
No,
I was like, wait a minute.
make money to eat, take everybody out to eat. Because he said in those days, we were so broke. 6 days a week we'd eat sardines and rice, and then on the 7th day we had rice and sardines. So he would win money.
He's an optimist.
Yeah, so he would go win money, take especially the instructors out to eat, and that's when the ship would start. We got hustled and then they want to fight.
Retribution.
I love it. But those are the stories that you've got to cherish. I mean, I don't even see why you would even need to embellish them.
That alone is enough. Yeah. Because that says a lot about the individuals and the way they carry themselves. Again, it wasn't about the title or the hierarchy. It was about, hey, I really want to build a family, this tribe together. We're on this journey with one another. We got to do what we got to do to get where we need to go. And along the way, shit happens.
Yeah, we got to do what we got to do.
Culturally, too, a lot of the folks, the Hawaii's pineapple and sugar plantation. Including myself, one of my first jobs was swinging the blade all day, cutting sugar cane. That was the cane knife, though. It was a big bolo with the hook on the end.
Right. And, that was good training.
Oh, yeah. And then it was like me and 9 Filipino guys out there. And then, that's not far from true. It's actually like an angle 1, and then with the hook, they just reverse the angle 1, throw it behind them. So, and here's what they would do on a break. They like to gamble, right? So, say like a 20-feet strip, they would challenge who could cut the fastest. So, these are like guys 60, 70 years old.
60, 70 years old?
Yeah.
Dude, it's gambling. Of course they're going to be out there. Come on. I've seen your family gamble.
The deadliness of them at that level.
Even at that age.
Yeah. So, it's just phenomenal.
Did you bring one of those plates with you today?
I was actually thinking about posing it,
That would have been so cool to see the sugar cane.
After this story, hell yeah.
That's got to be one of those. He's right there.
Hell no, I'm not no. I ain't that sweet. Shut up.
Let me ask you this, because this is the first time we've ever heard these stories.
Yeah.
I mean, we talked to Kaiju people, and we kind of knew, we knew about the 5, and apparently there was actually a 6th.
Yeah, Tommy Toyama. And so that's the
He's
other
the second
thing.
person that mentions it.
Well, so there's history, and then there's his story. And then his story was mostly Emperado, because he went to the mainland and he brought it what it is today.
Yeah.
But there's other perspectives, there's founders, that.
Well, we know of Gaylord. He was the one who founded it. But we also know about Ramos.
Right. Okay, so what you're mentioning are the 5 pioneers.
Right.
Because you had the first 5 founders, then you had the pioneers, which was Gaylord, Ramos, Johabuna, John Leoning, and then
well, we're being really schooled today, folks.
Aleo Reyes.
Right.
Those are the first guys that took it from here, and they actually went up there to go work and just brought it with them and the thing, and that era just flourished, the Bruce Lee era.
Oh, so let's break down the first 5.
The founders.
Okay, well, but Tommy Toyama, so here's how it started. So, Uncle Frank and Peter Chu were on the boxing. Okay, so they were boxing. Yeah. And then during the week, they were training jiu-jitsu with Sam Luke, and then Kempo with Thomas Young. Now, the jiu-jitsu class had a black belt there named Joe Hope. He was their senior. Okay, and that was Kodokan Danzaru. Okay?
Right.
So right there you go. You got boxing, Kempo, and jiu-jitsu. This is like OG MMA.
Right.
You know, first American MMA. So later they invited Emperado, who was a Kempo man. You know, and everybody gets that story twisted that he's the founder, the creator.
Yeah, that's
and it's just not true.
He's
You know? So what happened is, so they were developing it, and actually Joe Hope was the only real black belt at the forming of the Black Belt Society in 47. Now, Emperado got black belt from Professor Chow in 49. You know, so 1950 is the Korean War.
Right.
Okay, so Joe Hope, Peter Chu, and George Chang, the Kung Fu man, they went off. They were already in the military.
Right.
And they,
Right.
So that's why this other thing about they all went on welfare for 2 years and trained. Bullshit, because they were in the military. How are you gonna be on welfare? Emperado was the only guy on welfare.
Right.
You know, so there's the story part,
okay.
and then and that barracks that they trained in was across from Uncle Frank's house. So he was the one who really organized all of that. You know, and then
He provided food. Everybody got it.
and then I think they got the idea from Okazaki. Okay, so Okazaki was Joe Hope's instructor, but he would call his system Danzenru, which basically means from Hawaii, because it was jiu-jitsu, judo, had some Chinese stuff, some Hawaiian stuff, Filipino stuff as well. And so that blending idea is where I think they got that idea from him. A lot of that is not credited, you know.
No,
So
how
in
does that
1950,
happen?
well, in 1950, when the other guys left, the only guy who didn't have a job was Emperado.
Right.
Because Uncle Frank got out of the military, he started a career with the FAA. The other 3 guys left, so they said, "Here, you take it and you run it." You know, we wanted to continue, but and then so naturally took on more of the Kempo aspect, since that was his training, Professor Chow.
That's why they
And that wasn't really the early work. It was more judo, jiu-jitsu, boxing, that kind of.
Wow.
So the influence, and it's over time, it's changed. The influence based on what's popular. Like even in the Bay Area, you got the 70s, 80s, people who made a whole career off of this point karate stuff.
Yeah. Right.
You know, that's not what Kati Kempo was about, you know, but that was what was popular. Now it's MMA, and it's come from circle to jiu-jitsu aspect, and here we are. So that's basically how it went toward
I'm glad we got to talk because
Yeah, that's a lot of this. Yeah, nobody.
like I say, there's more than one perspective.
They tell the other story.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
the main, the people, one most people know.
Yeah.
But
which
this is the
Emperado.
stuff that a lot of people, you only know
If
by
you know.
being with the people that pass the story down. 'Cause that's what it is.
And
common
it's
story.
important for me to at least tell Uncle Frank's story. And Emperado was his god brother, so he always stood in support of him in the line, out of the limelight. Let him, you know, they made him the man, so you know, let him run with it
that was on
and
purpose,
support
right?
it.
Yeah,
Well, because they were all
they're all
engaged,
Yeah.
and so Tommy Toyama was their boxing coach in the army. So he was supposed to be the 6th founder, but because his commitment to the boxing commission would have been a conflict.
Really? So that's
He
the
ended up
reason
being
why.
a big shot in the boxing commission here in Honolulu. You know, so if you look that up,
That makes a lot more
Yeah,
sense.
because whenever we heard the story, there was these 5 guys.
And
The only one person who told us that there was a 6th guy was
Ron Stellar, right?
Ron Stellar. Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, "Oh no, the story's wrong. There's actually 6
everyone
of them."
forgets about
Because
him.
everybody forgets about it. There's a 6th guy.
Yeah.
well, nobody even knew that till we started telling them.
Oh, really?
Because even okay, George Chang, you know, he was a Marine in Korea. He came back and he started a job with water supply and, you know, lived his life.
Right.
But Emperor told him, "Oh no, he died in the Korean War." They just wrote everybody, you know, just minimized everybody else in order to highlight,
Wow.
you know. But that was his personality.
Yeah.
I'm the boss. I'm the man. You know,
If
a
I'm going to take
dominant
this
kind of
decision,
person.
I'm going to do it all the way.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can't take anything away from what he developed it into.
Right.
But I give a lot of credit to those 5 pioneers because they did the work.
Yeah, the leg.
You know, the legwork and brought it to a popularity. You know, if you look at our family tree, how many people they
Well,
produced,
yeah,
hundreds.
yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
even Gaylord's sister I mean, he branched out a lot in the Bay Area.
Well, much respect for him and what how they spearheaded that and they ran with it and developed it, especially in that era.
Have you gone to see them? Because I remember when I talked to Dennis, you guys in Arizona. Do you go out there a lot, or do you?
Well, we have an annual event.